What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you the newly revamped Tower Quest Stage 30 with the God team to deal with this entire Tower Quest from Stage 1 all the way to Stage 30. If you own these 5 units, you're lucky enough to own these 5 units, you will be able to clear every single stage in this Tower Quest game mode. And I know it's extremely difficult, it's end game content, guys, so do not be disheartened if you cannot clear it right now. You'll be able to clear it in the future. It'll be extremely easy in the future, I bet you, because you guys will have the boxes you want in the future 100%. I guarantee it. Just gotta be patient, or you just gotta be paid to win and well, like myself. Now, the 2 units you do want to have high overboost on here are Yugi and Light Yagami. Everyone else can only be overboost 1, 2, or 3. Really doesn't matter how big their overboost is. As you guys can see then, there's not really that much damage or damage threats from the enemy team other than Kurama and Rukia. These 2 are the ones we are going to eliminate ASAP. The other 3 you can stall on any one of them. You can stall on all 3 of them because their damage is so significant, it's so insignificant, beg your pardon. So you can take your time stalling on there and charging up all your ultimates, all your cooldowns, and it's going to be smooth sailing from that point onwards. Some people say you do need debuff protection. I disagree completely. You do not need debuff protection, on any of your units here, because with the strategy that we're going to go with here, you're going to stall, you're going to have all your cooldowns ready for the following stage, eliminate all the threats and stall again on the non-threat, and then move into the final stage and eliminate everyone ASAP, so they won't even have a chance to give you a debuff. Now, you can put debuff on them. You can put damage reduction on your 2 supports, Amano Ai and also Vivi, who are the only 2 that don't get debuff protection from Amano Ai anyway, so you may want to put debuff protection on them. I just gave them damage reduction and a ton of HP, which in the end was kind of redundant. I actually didn't need any HP on them whatsoever, because stage 30, the damage threat is not too big on turn 1, which is it's something to be very grateful for, because stage 29 was completely AIDS. It was horrible. Now here, you do have to save Noiro's special ability. You have to be very careful when you use Noiro's ultimate. You need to use it on any time the enemy has blocks. You are going to have to use it on every single stage wisely, because every single stage does have units that have flat out block damage. So I used the block removal here, or 7 hits of damage here from Noiro after Chrome uses her ability to nullify 6 hits of damage for the entire enemy team. So without Noiro, you're going to be in a world of trouble, because Noiro hits everyone for 7 hits, gets rid of all of those damage blocks, which are very annoying. Now, the reason stalling works here, as you can see here, there's a lot of hits I'm doing here that are just straight up 0 hits. And the reason there's 0 hits is because the first stage, all of the units have damage block 5000. So damage block 5000 means that any damage below 5000 is negated to 0. So all damage is reduced by 5000. Anything less than that will just count as a block, which is completely unfortunate, but it also works in our favor and allows us to stall. You can stall on either Orihime, either Chrome or Sakura, because none of them do too much damage. And after you have your cooldown ready for Yugi's final ability, if I'm not mistaken, it might be a skill 4 or skill 3, gives you complete damage invulnerability for the main team, which is insane for 2 turns, and 2 turns is long enough for that ability to come straight back up if you are running the cooldown ability with Light Yagami, which I'm doing here, which will roll forward all purple allies abilities by 15%. And then you have Amano Ai, who can roll forward by 30% and a further 5% or 10%. I don't know what it is, but there's so much cooldown speeding up here. The purple dream meta team is this team right here. We are going to have to eliminate Chrome by using Light Yagami's cooldown there, his ultimate, because Chrome is super mega ass tanky, and that's no fun to deal with. Now here, Xanxus is the main threat for a lot of people, as well as the younger Toguro brother. You are going to want to use the abilities from Noiro first to get rid of Itachi's shield. Itachi has 2 or 3 damage block, but that's not a big deal. Afterwards, you want to target Itachi with Yugi. Yugi is going to absolutely obliterate everyone that has the offensive attack class, and that's going to be the younger Toguro brother and Xanxus. Obliterated, as you saw there. Overboost 6 was not enough to one-shot anybody else other than Xanxus, so I am going to say Overboost 6 is most likely recommended. I am running a full crit damage build on Yugi, so all 6 are full on crit and have 24% attack up, if I'm not mistaken, or at least 24% attack up, as well as HP up as well. Now, HP up has been completely redundant for this, because everyone, as you can see, is on full HP, and none of them are taking any more damage at this point in time. You do want to stall on Duck Ducky. I stalled on Ducky long enough that I got a little bit lucky because I wasn't sure how much damage I was going to do here. This is my second run actually clearing this. First run took a little bit longer, around 10 in-game minutes. This run, as you can see, is going to finish in around 8 in-game minutes, which translates into around 5 minutes in real time. Now, you want to get rid of Light Yagami, enemy Light Yagami shield with Noiro, and then after that, because everyone on the enemy team here is an attack class, Yugi has enough damage to one-shot every single one of them, but they all guts with 5% HP left, which means you cannot kill them until you break their last 5% HP, which Light Yagami will actually clear up incidentally there, so not too big of a deal. And that's that, guys. It's pretty much simple if you have the correct units. I know that's a massive overstatement to say it's simple, but if you are lucky enough to own all of these units and you just go ham on the purple banner, you might actually be able to pull all of them, then that's a-okay. Light Yagami and Yugi, these two are the only two units you really need high overboost on. Everyone else, it's a-okay if you don't have overboost on them. You can run debuff comma on them. I recommend running full on damage on Light Yagami, as in the full damage comma, attack up, and then to top that off you want the ultimate damage up. For Yugi, you want to have crit, because Yugi has inherent high crit, so you do want to build up on his crit, and as you saw there, he crit on all the enemies there, which was very, very tasty. Other than that, guys, stage 29, it's the same formula, same team. You want to put, instead of having Yugi in the main team, you want to put Yugi in support, and you want to put Vivi in the main team. And then when doing so, the enemy team at the very beginning is stage 1 of the red stage. It's going to have, I believe it has Taikobo, Ace, and also Gaara, and all of those guys do an insane amount of damage if they have their damaging abilities up. What you can do is keep re-rolling this and resetting your game, closing the app, reopening the app, selecting continue, and they may start off with different abilities, and you want to do this until 2 of them are missing. So either Ace, Taikobo, or Gaara, 2 of those 3 do not have their damage abilities straight off the bat, and you can keep resetting it because some of their auto attacks may just straight up kill either I or straight up kill Noiro, whoever it may be. Ideally you want them all to hit Light Yagami, or many of them to hit Light Yagami, but at the end of the day you'll eventually get it through. Once you get through stage 1, it's very simple. Once again, you just stall on the tank unit, kill all the DPS enemy units, stall your cooldowns, and then just finish everybody off. In the final stage of 29, you do want to be careful of, I believe his name is Nataku, because he can remove all your up buffs. He can remove every buff you have on yourself, and if that happens, you are genuinely screwed and he will one-shot your entire team. So you want to eliminate Nataku ASAP. But aside from that, guys, that's been it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been quite the tedious video. I do apologize for no webcam, but I just wanted to get this video out there because I've already posted it online. I don't want other people stealing credit for my teams, which they've done in the past, so hopefully that won't happen. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, this is endgame content. Do not be disheartened if you can't do it now. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye bye.